What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Before I get into this video, so the reason this video is actually going up late was because I had a staff meeting today. That I got back from maybe an hour ago. So of course, by the time I got home, I had to relax for a second, watch this episode of GH. Um, so the staff meeting was just a lot of foolishness because we're reopening the company back up tomorrow. Of course, like a lot of places are reopening tomorrow. Our company is one of them. Um, do I agree with reopening? No, I think it's too soon. Because this virus is still in effect. So of course that's the reason for the staff meeting because we had to talk about strategy and what we're gonna do moving forward. I feel like we could have had that meeting on Zoom, but whatever. Anyway, getting into this episode of GH, a lot of foolishness today. First of all, I just want to say Carly and Diane, Michael, Willow, what the hell were they thinking? All of them disappointed me today. In one way or another, they all disappointed me. I will say this. I did like the fact that Willow was standing up to Martin and stuff like that. I liked it. But at the same time, it was stupid. It was stupid. Martin was very inappropriate for approaching Diane and the Corinthoses and stuff. It was inappropriate to approach opposing counsel outside of the courtroom. That was very inappropriate of him. But what I found totally stupid was Diane was pretty much telling him her strategy. What questions she was gonna ask Julian. Oh, I can't wait to get Julian to understand so I could ask him about the love he has for his first wife and how he loved her, how he put a knife up to her throat. Like, you were giving away all your strategy. Notice how Diane, Willow, Carly, Michael, all of them were doing all the talking to Martin. Martin was not really doing much talking. He was doing more listening than talking. Notice that. That's the sign of a very intelligent attorney. Because instead of him giving them any rebuttals, he was barely giving them rebuttals to what they were saying. But he never gave up any strategy that he planned on using in the courtroom once they reconvened after the recess. Diane was giving up strategy about what she planned to ask Julian on a witness stand. That was totally stupid, and I love Diane, but that was dumb because you're telling him what you plan on asking his client's new husband. So that's giving him a tip off of how to combat your strategy. That was not smart at all. Like, no, what are you doing? You should have shut your mouth. You should have just told him us talking outside the courtroom is highly inappropriate and kept it moving. Um that was just foolish. That was just foolish on their part. Carly threatening the man yet again. Like, vaguely threatening him. Like, talking about how, if you try to turn Michael's situation against Sonny or whatever like that, it's your funeral. I was like, Carly, what the hell is wrong with you? For all you know, that man could have been recording that conversation. For all you know. And he could play it for the court. Are you insane? The hell are you thinking? And Diane had to let her know that. She was like, my client, well, Carly was talking figuratively and not literally. You know what I mean? Like, Carly, that was just foolish. Carly made it so easy for Martin because I feel like Carly, Willow, like, these people just make it super easy for Martin to push their buttons. Because Martin knew what he was doing when he approached them. He tried to get them riled up, tried to get in their head, tried to get them to slip up and say things. He wanted to see how much he could get into their minds. And it worked. Diane knew it worked. Because Carly don't know how to keep her temper in check. She's sitting there talking about, well, he pissed me off. Carly, you got to do better. You have to do better. It don't matter if somebody pissed you off. How many times has Diane told y'all keep y'all cool? Like, why does Diane have to keep telling y'all the same damn thing? Keep your cool. Stop losing your temper. She keeps saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. They're not listening. They're not listening. Like, you could bring up Julian's past all you want to. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, they all have past. They all have things, that's not going to look good to a judge. It's not just Julian. Yeah, what Julian did was horrible, but they all have done things. So at the end of the day, it's like, do I think Michael should have custody? Hell yeah, I do. But I'm currently enjoying Nelle. I am. I'm enjoying her. Because that's the type of good villain that you need. Somebody who can manipulate, piss everybody off, and she's doing a very good job of it. Um, Speaking of pissing people off, well, manipulating people, Nelle was manipulating the hell out of Nina. Like, Nina was trying to talk some sense into Nelle about her marrying Julian and stuff, and trying to figure out what she was blackmailing him with, because pretty much everybody knows she blackmailing him. Carly know it, Michael know it, Sonny know it, Jason know it, Nina know it. Everybody know Julian's being blackmailed. They could deny it all they want to, but they know. They're like, we know you're blackmailing him with something. Question is what? But y'all stupid to think Nelle's gonna tell you, and you're stupid to think Julian's gonna say it. If Julian were to tell Sonny what she was blackmailing him with, don't you think like that's giving you ammunition? The same ammunition that Nelle now has, the power that she has right now. Julian's not dumb. He's not gonna sit there and tell you what she's blackmailing him with. So what? Y'all could turn around and use it too, or better yet, kill him. Yeah, he's not gonna do that. And Nelle's not gonna give up her leverage. If she tells Nina, she knows word gonna get around, and she loses her leverage. She's not about to do that. She was manipulating the hell out of Nina. Talking about, I'm just trying to protect my son. I'm trying to protect my child like you're trying to protect yours. I'm trying to be a good mother like you're trying to be a good mother. She was definitely manipulating Nina. And it looked like it was working. I'm like, Nina, don't fall for that BS. Because she's still trying to be all nice and kiss Nina's ass because she wants Nina to testify for her. But, Nina let her know. She was like, you fighting for your child gave me a renewed, interest in finding my own child. Nina, don't do it. At this point, if Nelle is her daughter, do not go looking for your child. I'm just saying, just let that secret go. Just let it stay hidden. You know what I mean? Like, just let it go. Because you do not want that. Trust me, you do not want a sociopath like Nelle as your daughter. Please. Nope. I mean, like I said, I'd rather see Michael get custody, but for the simple fact that I wouldn't trust Nelle to raise a pet pig, let alone a child. You know what I mean? Like, the chick is nuts. I mean, as entertaining as I feel that she is, homegirl is crazy. Like, she's just certifiable. Like, Looney Tunes. I would not trust her to with the care of a child. I just would. So anyway, moving on from that. So, Big Bad Sonny gets all up in Julian's face. Of course, he got his backup, Jason Morgan, standing there with his stone face. Sonny just be pissing me off sometimes. Like, the way that he walks around that town like he just King Dingaling or something. Like, who do you think you are? Telling Julian, annul your marriage to Nelle now. I looked at him like, what? Say what? Julian did not back down from him. He was like, Sonny, you do not run my life. I said, for real? Like, who do you think you are? Annul this marriage now or else. If I was Julian, I would have been like, or else what? Mini-me, what you gonna do? As short as he is, I would step on his little ass. Like, who does Sonny Corinthos think he is? Like, he really think he run people in that town. Like, bruh, this is not back in the day. This ain't, none of that. You don't run this. You don't run me. Like, who the little tater tot think he is. Like, just no. Ugh. He like one of them little people. What's that? I think it was on Willy Wonka. Them little orange people. They oompa loompa doompa dee doom. That was my movie. Yeah, like Sonny remind me one of them little munchkin people. Like, who the hell you think you are? But I mean, Sonny and Jason not stupid. They know he being blackmailed. Like, they know it. They definitely know it. But it's kind of funny how when he was ordering, Sonny was ordering Julian around. Julian was asking Jason, does Sonny speak for him? Why ask a rhetorical, ridiculous question like that? Of course, Sonny speaks for Jason. He speaks for him. He thinks for him. Tells him when to pee. Tell him when to eat. Tell him when to sleep. Tell him when to shoot people. You didn't know that? You knew? Are you new? Of course. This is what Jason does. He does whatever his massa tell him to do. He just sitting there. You know how Jason do. Stoneface just. That's Jason all day. Just whatever. So anyway, they get over to Turning Woods or whatever because Nikolas is over there, I guess, visiting Mike for Spencer or whatever. It was sad to see Mike like that. It was real sad to see Mike like that. It was just so sad. And Elizabeth was there and stuff like that. Looking, checking in on him, and basically Elizabeth did not mince words with Jason. She told Jason, she was like, bruh, Mike wants to be let go. He just wants to go. Like, even she's saying it. Like, Mike does not want to be here no more. He wants to go. The only reason Mike is hanging on is because of Sonny. That's how she feel. She feels like Mike is ready to go. He's ready to go to the upper room. He's ready. And Sonny, you could tell Sonny's not ready for him to go. Because Sonny was sitting there talking about, Dad, you got to stick around, Dad. You got to stay. You got to stick around. See, listen, I know it, because I thank God I'm not in that type of situation, because it would be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never tell you it's easy to make that type of decision, and I know it's hard for Sonny. You know what I'm saying? I know me on the outside looking in, I could sit there and say Sonny needs to do the right thing and just let his dad go. I could easily say that because I'm not the one in that position, even though I know it's a hard thing to do, but it's easier said than done. That I know. You know what I mean? When you're on the outside looking in, it's easy to say what you would do and stuff like that until you're actually in that situation. So I know it's hard, but it's like, it's even harder to just watch him suffer like that. And, he needs to be at peace right now. But it's going to take a little convincing to get Sonny to get there. You know what I'm saying? And, Sonny wanted to know what Elizabeth told Jason. And Jason pretty much told him that this is what Sonny, this is what Mike wants. Mike may be ready to go. Sonny just needs to put on his big boy pants, and come to terms with it. But I know Sonny's been in denial about this for a long time. Even when Aunt Stella was around, Sonny was in denial about it. And he's still in denial. He still believes that his dad is going to pull through somehow. I think subconsciously that's what he wants to believe. Even though we all know that it ain't going to happen. But, keep hope alive, I guess. It's just sad to see Mike in that state, Really sad. That's a sad way to see your loved one. So anyway, moving on from that. So Scott met up with Franco or whatever. They were talking about Nikolas and Elizabeth and stuff. Franco had flowers and stuff to apologize some more to Elizabeth. Mind you, he's been apologizing to her for the little rude ass comment that he made about her not being a real artist. So, I mean, if I was Franco, I would listen to Scott, because Scott was basically letting him know you should not be trusting no Nikolas around your wife. Because Franco took it as Scott saying that he shouldn't trust Elizabeth. Scott was like, no, he was like, you should trust your wife. Your wife loves you. It's Nikolas you shouldn't trust. And I agree. And I think Franco should definitely listen to Scott, because Nikolas was just trifling today. Nikolas was such an ass. He continues to be a jackass. Nikolas was manipulating the hell out of Liz and Franco today. He was laying the foundation. He was laying the groundwork for, Franco to mess around with Ava. That's exactly what he was doing. He was laying the groundwork, and they were lapping it up too. Because when he was at Turning Woods with Elizabeth and stuff like that, he basically mentioned to Liz how he noticed that Ava and Franco had been getting close during their art sessions. You know what I mean? And, like, pretty much laying the foundation, trying to hint, trying to, hint around at the fact that they're getting closer, as in more than just friends type of close. And you could see Elizabeth looking, trying to think, but then she tried to brush it off like, no, I trust them, da 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 da. In the back of her mind, she thinks there's something to what Nikolas is saying. Nikolas was manipulating the hell out of her. Because if you notice, that's exactly what Nikolas is trying to do. He's trying to spark an argument between Elizabeth and Franco because he wasn't happy to hear that, Elizabeth basically is forgiving Franco. He wasn't happy to hear it. So he's trying to push the envelope a little more by insinuating that something possibly could be going on between Franco and Elizabeth. I mean, Franco and Ava. So when he he bumped into Franco at the gym. He was talking, he was trying to put doubt in Franco's head that Franco's marriage wasn't all that good. Wasn't all that, like there was insecurities there. Like there was doubts in the marriage. And Franco was like, my marriage is good. He was like, shit, it's your marriage that's that's not really good, but he was trying to put doubt in Franco's mind. That's why he was like, oh, you don't mind if Elizabeth forgives me and stuff. You're cool with that. He's trying to spark an argument between Franco and Elizabeth because he's trying to lay the groundwork for Franco to go cheat on Elizabeth with Ava. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to get Elizabeth to be mad at Franco and Franco to be mad at her enough to where they argue and he'll go mess around. So that way it breaks the postnuptial agreement. So that way he could get the Cassadine estate. Because that's really what all Nikolas cares about. And it's so funny how Nikolas told Franco that, oh, Ava cares about Ava. She always looks out for Ava. But what the hell do you think you're doing? Keep it real. Like, even Sonny told Nikolas. He was like, I spoke to Nick. Sonny said he spoke to Spencer. Sonny said he spoke to Spencer. And Spencer was wondering why Nikolas has not responded to his letter about dumping Ava. That's what Sonny don't understand because Sonny still feels like Nikolas is trying to put money above his son. And I feel like that's exactly what Nikolas is doing. Because you're so hell-bent on getting the Cassadine fortune, you're willing to put your relationship with your son on the back burner. That's not smart. So now you're trying to lay these little seeds so Franco can mess around with Ava and you can win. And you could get the majority of your assets back. And you could keep them. That's really what this is about for Nikolas. And it's pathetic and it's sad, honestly. So Franco ended up bringing the flowers to the hospital for Elizabeth. And he asked her about her friendship with Nikolas. He was like, so what's the nature of your friendship with Nikolas? When he asked that question, you could see Elizabeth was getting an attitude. You could see she was, upset with him even asking that question. Like, they're definitely going to get into it. Because they're playing right into Nikolas's hands. That's exactly what they're doing. And it's sad to see it. Because I'm like, how do y'all not see the obvious manipulation of Nikolas? Like, how are you not seeing this? Like, he's manipulating the hell out of the both of you. Get it together. Anyway. That was pretty much the whole episode. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. I will see you all tomorrow. My video tomorrow is going to be up a little late because, like I said, I'm going back to work. So it'll be up probably around 5:30 maybe. So I will see you all later. Hope you have a great night. Peace.